So in this video, I'll be going through the code and blueprint documentations of our group project. So throughout the not so accurate security guard, I was the only one who managed to work in the Unreal editor. But I'll go through everything quite briefly, and I'll go in details for the personal reflections. So our main game consists of three major parts, I believe. One is the maps for me, one is the sprite, and one is the actual menu system of the widgets. So first of the maps, let's look at level 3. So what I begin with that all the two designers gave me in drawing an image, and from this I managed to turn it into tile sets, like so, like the tile set of just the image, and adding collisions through different parts of the buildings to make sure that the character doesn't get into the boundaries where they're not supposed to be. And after the tile set, I was actually made them into tile maps, which consists of 3 layers, one being the background and middle and foreground to separate the views. For example, if the character's behind the building, they won't be able to actually see them because the roof is separate from the other buildings. So let's look at level 3. So each level is actually quite simple. It's just we have a tile map which just displays all the image and what's going on with the collisions. The spawner, which is our main protagonist, where he will be spawned. A plane is actually the physical platform that all the actors stand on, because they don't really stand on the tile maps. The outbound is just an extended background color so we don't see black outlines like when we play in the game. And the actors folder is just drunk actors, item actors, normal actors, the 3 actors we have. And I'll go through them shortly. So for all the actors, let's see the security guard. So first, I was given the sprite sheet image, and I was managed to apply paper 2D settings and extract them as sprites, like so. What I then did is turn them into flipbooks of all the corresponding animations, attack, idle, lie down, whatever, and made a default character. The default character is actually the parent class of all the subclasses of the drunk type, normal character, security guard. So for the default character, each character consists of the movement stack, and the action inputs, and some of the other character will use the AI controls, but the main character actually don't. And here's the flipbook system, based on different actions, different flipbook will be played out. And here is the action logics, which to check whether the player can perform an action or not. If they're in a current action, they shouldn't be playing into different actions. And over here is the hit system, the combat system over here. The bottom here is the health status control. It updates the health and calculates how much health everyone should take and when they should die or not. And over here is the hit registration to check if they're actually available to get hit. And right here is just manages different actions. If the actions is like an attack, it does relative attack calculations. If it's like a pickup, it should pick stuff up. Every character by default dies except for the main protagonist. Every character actually get killed except for the main protagonist, which he dies is a different thing. Like when he dies, he doesn't actually die, he just lies on the ground, and he can get revived up. So let's look at the other characters. So each of the characters have their own flipbook blueprint. So for the normal character, it's the one we don't want to get killed. So this is an overwrite for the parent class, which we don't actually want to give the player points for killing him. We actually want to give him negative points because the objective is not to get him killed. And here are some of the AIs. A simple AI because I don't really have time to focus on AI. Like if I was going to do AI, I would have spent like a whole 2 weeks just focusing AI. But this is some simple AI logic, which is a bunch of randoms to decide which they move and which direction they head. So for the security guard blueprint, the security guard blueprint actually comes in two parts, which the spawner and the security guard. The spawner was actually for a different kind of approach to this game, which like he dies, he spawns back at the spawner, but we kind of scrapped that idea. So for the security guard, we have on character creation, we actually create him a HUD that you can see the CC bar and the health. I'll show you that shortly. And he controls the pause menu. Once he's on the game field, the players actually possess him, and he can like then take input to pause the game and not. So for the drunk type is kind of same with normal character, except we don't want to make him lose health. Everything's by default on character kill, which is you gain like 0.1 CC point. And over here I was going to decide to overwrite something to maybe like different drunk people have different damage outputs or different sound effects, but we don't really have the sound effect right now. And different drunk character types have different like a moderately different type of AI to make them feel just a little bit different. Over here we have the item character. The item character will they should carry items, but I haven't really got that far yet to implement them, so right now they just kind of sitting here, not moving. Now for the widgets. So what I got from our designer was actually some HUD images, I guess, and I don't know, main widget for the main screen images, and I kind of just all put them together into the HUD. It's better to show you if I actually play. Oh no, actually I need to play from the beginning. Why did I click save? So in the beginning, we have this widget of we either can play, select level, options, or quit, and it's just different panels visibility turning off and off to switch between them. And if we actually go to level 1, we can see that the top left corner has the CC bar and the bottom left is still player HP. So let's see, if I actually kill someone, the CC bar goes up a tiny bit, and if they hit me, my HP bar actually decreases. But we really can't see the pause menu because the pause is set to escape, and escape just exit out that menu. So the pause widget, let's see. This is what the pause widget looks like. When you pause it, the game goes to a freezing state. The music will constantly play still. And the resume button just takes you back to the game and unpause everything, and quit actually doesn't quit out the game but quits to the main screen, the main menu screen, and then the player can click quit again to actually choose to quit out the game. The mini part is actually what the character sprite have on their head. It's the little HP bar. I can actually get to show you. So for the default character, the actual viewport actually looks like this. Everyone actually spawns with a default minibar on their head, but for the main protector I turned that off. And everyone has these four, what I call the hitbox, north, south, east, west. These for calculating whether a character is in range, so you can calculate hits or not. And yeah, these pretty much sums it up. Yeah, all the level looks kind of weird because I just chuck characters in randomly. Yeah, designers haven't really gave me an idea of how the game's gonna turn or look like, so I just kind of went proactive on this. Yeah, to just do a random bit, because the map is actually quite big, and traveling in this game actually feels kind of slow, so I've just chucked random stuff in to make it to make it playable at least for our levels. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. In assignment 3, I'll actually get into more details about the default characters sprite and all the move system, health system, combat system, everything like that. And thanks.